The usual story about why you go to the doctor is to get well. You are sick sometimes, and you go to the doctor, and they do things that help you get well, and it's expensive, so you need insurance, and they need to be experts so they can understand things. That's our usual story. If you don't already know, let me tell you, and again, you're all sitting down, there's not much of a correlation between health and medicine. Geographic places that happen to spend more on medicine are not healthier. And we've done randomized experiments where we induced some people to get more medicine because we made it cheaper for them, and in those randomized experiments, again, they're not healthier. We have a number of other puzzles about medicine. We tend to be uninterested in private information about the quality of medicine. We tend to be much more interested in medicine than we are in other things that seem to have much larger effects on our health, like exercise or clean air or sleep. We can't be bothered very much to think about those things. We like medicine that's expensive and visible and seems to cause suffering. What's going on? Why are we doing all these things if we say it's about getting better and it doesn't actually seem to help? More plausibly, our ancestors evolved a habit of using medicine to show that they care about each other. When our ancestors were sick, they didn't need medicine so much, but they needed somebody to take care of them, to feed them, to protect them from predators, to watch their back in the politics of the local group. And if somebody was willing to help you with that, that was a strong loyalty signal. And they were showing you that they weren't ready to dump you and they were with you. And that was important. And so we evolved this habit of using medicine as a loyalty signal. And now if you think about Valentine's chocolates, say, as a loyalty signal, when you think about how much chocolates to buy on Valentine's, do you say, how hungry are they? No. You ask, how big a box of chocolates do I need to buy to distinguish myself from somebody who doesn't care as much as me? And that's what we have to do with medicine too. Even when we go past the point of the medicine not being useful, if we don't pay enough money, then other people think we don't care. And so we push each other to get more medicine. We provide medicine communally in families and companies and nations, and we get a feeling of reassurance from that. And that's a plausible function of medicine, but of course, we don't talk about it that way. So again, there's this puzzle or this phenomena where there's a plausible explanation for our behavior, and then when we talk about the behavior, we talk about it in rather different terms. We have the phenomena where there's the thing we usually say about why we're doing this, and when we look at the details, there's other explanations that make more sense, and then the most fundamental question is, why aren't we aware of why we're doing this? Because this applies in lots of other places in our life. And plausibly the answer is that we have motives that we would like to attribute to ourselves that are good-looking motives, pro-social. And then our actual motives are more selfish. They also tend to violate norms, such as, say, the flirting behavior. And so we consciously are aware of the good motives, and our mind is just hiding from us the actual motives so that we can appear to be sincere and we can pretend to be unaware if somebody were to accuse you of it because you are completely unaware of this other motives for your behavior. Gives you the excuse, plausible deniability. So that's a reason why you plausibly aren't aware of these things. It's a reason why perhaps I'm doing you a disservice by telling you about it now, because now I'm making it hard for you to pretend not to be aware. Sorry about that. But if you want to analyze, say, education or medicine or any of the other major social institutions in our world, and if you assume that people are doing them for the reasons they say, which is what I did early in my career, you will just get stuck. You'll come up with reforms that make sense as a response to what they say they want. You'll figure out a better way to give them what they say they want, and they won't be interested. So in order to actually make progress reforming medicine or school or many of other social institutions, what we need to do is produce new social institutions that pretend to give people what they pretend to want, while simultaneously actually giving them the things they actually want. It's a harder design problem, I agree. It's going to be harder, but we have a much better chance if we can solve that design problem of actually getting things that people will actually respond to. Because again, in the past, if we design education reforms on the basis of making people learn faster, they're not interested. We design medical reforms on the basis of making people healthier, they're not interested. Plausibly because at some deep level they know that's not really what it's about. So this is the elephant in the brain. The elephant in the room is the thing that you all see is there, and you could look at it, but you choose not to. And the elephant in your brain is your selfish hidden motives. The real reasons you do many things are not reasons you want to admit to, and so you look away. You don't see it, and you see the nicer looking motives, and that works fine for you in your personal life, but if we want to be able to reform and understand society, some of us at least need to face squarely what we're really doing and why in order to help make things better. Thank you.